The ballots are in and counted. Southern Arizona's Congressional District 8 is represented once again on Capitol Hill, but it's not over yet. Another election is right around the corner, this one for the new Congressional District 2, and we know now who will definitely not be running. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Guy Atchley. Jennifer Waddell has the night off. 2 days after losing a special election for CD-8, Jesse Kelly is dropping out of the fall race for the newly formed CD-2. He made the announcement today on his Facebook page. This was Kelly's second run for the CD-8 seat formerly held by Gabrielle Giffords. Today in his statement he said, "Looking at the results from Tuesday, we have decided to withdraw from the race for Congress in AZ2 and to seek other opportunities. I will forever be thankful to our generous supporters and volunteers." Jesse Kelly's exit certainly changes the race, but even if he had stayed, it would have been far from a rerun of the election just finished. Craig Smith in the newsroom with more on the race ahead for Congressional District 2.
Guy, Jesse Kelly failed to carry Congressional District 8, even though Republicans there have a strong majority in the number of registered voters. But there will be new district lines for the November election, and what will become the new District 2 gives Republicans, Democrats, and independents almost equal shares of the voters up for grabs. After an election night celebration, Ron Barber went to work gearing up offices in Tucson, Sierra Vista, and D.C. He was Giffords' district director before she resigned. Now he's ready to renew the focus on concerns of veterans, border dwellers, and other constituents.
I believe the only way that you ever get reelected or rehired, as I prefer to call it, by the people, is when you do the job they sent you to do. If you don't do that job, you shouldn't go back, and I intend to do the job to my best ability, and then they'll make a decision based upon that.
State Rep Dr. Matt Hines stopped campaigning for District 8 to help Ron Barber complete Gabrielle Giffords' term. Now he's challenging Barber for the new District 2. Hines points out his record of passing bills through the state legislature, even though as a Democrat, he faced extra challenges in a state house where Republicans dominate with a supermajority. He mentioned Giffords' predecessor, Jim Colby, was the area's congressman for 22 years and suggests he's the best choice for the long haul.
This is a choice to figure out who the best advocate for Southern Arizona will be for possibly a decade or more.
But does that imply that Ron Barber's too old to stay on for that long?
Not at all. No, I just want the Southern Arizona voters to have this open discussion about who best is qualified to take us into this next decade.
Retired Air Force Colonel Martha McSally came in a strong second to Jesse Kelly in the Republican primary for District 8. She understands the boundaries for District 2 give Republicans a much smaller edge in registered voters than they had in the old district. Like Barber and Hines, she's willing to cross party lines to get things done.
There's a huge divisiveness in Washington, D.C. Part of the reason that I really felt convicted to step up to run and serve my country again in a new way is because I feel very frustrated with it myself. And this is about the future of our nation. This is about the future of America, about the future of our community here in Southern Arizona. So we have to be able to figure out how to solve these problems together, even though we may have differences of philosophies.
Now, we talked to McSally right before we knew Jesse Kelly had dropped out of the race. When we reached her campaign representative later, he said it's a big help to her campaign that she's now basically unopposed in the Republican primary. Actually, there is someone else running for the Republican nomination. He's Mark Koskanimi, but he has not been very active at all.
Did anyone pressure Matt Hines to drop out of CD2 and give Barber an unopposed primary?
Hines says he has not been pressured and that people he has talked to welcome having a choice.
All right, Craig, thank you.